Okay, T-minus 5 minutes until the second flight test of Starship Super Heavy.
So essentially both stages will
Booster line, ship 25.
And that will push the two
hot staging
away from the ship. It'll separate the two
electric
stages.
TVC, a load of upgrades to hopefully get this thing to stage separation. I really hope A, it goes today, and B, it gets to stage set. Ooh, we're getting close now, and it looks beautiful.
I mean, there are other objectives for today too, assuming we get farther than stage separation. There's goals to test out how re-entry goes on the ship portion. If the booster survives stage separation, then it's going to try a boost back burn and hopefully a soft landing as a sort of dress rehearsal for what it would look like on land. So everything coming up to that big design change, though, of hot staging today.
Just got a BBC breaking news alert about this. Wow.
It will be attempting a water landing in the Gulf of Mexico. We don't intend to recover any of the hardware.
That shot is just gorgeous
today. But that booster, yeah, we want to try and demonstrate controlled ascent through most engine cutoff. We want to try to demonstrate that hot stage.
I love that new phrase. So MECO is no longer main engine cutoff, it's most engine cutoff. Because the hot staging means that some of the engines on Super Heavy, the first stage, are going to keep firing while Starship lights up. Yeah, it's going to be so cool. 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes.
Just like we did with the Falcon 9.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, just getting to hot staging, though, is going to be farther than we got on Flight 1.
Yes.
Flight 1, that was about as far as we got. We didn't have hot staging on that vehicle. So that's the first and foremost.
Flight 1 had hot tumble. That was,
hopefully.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Now, one thing that's a little cool about Starship, and it's different.
Just gotta hope that these Raptor engines hold out this time. There's less hydraulics, so the electric TVC means hopefully
once we get to
it's a bit less susceptible to the damage that happened last time. The Raptors should be a little bit more reliable, hopefully.
The reason for the hold, we can hold for up to 30 minutes.
They can launch with up to 3 out, so if they launch instantly, you see a couple engines out, that's probably about right. I'd be absolutely shocked if all 33 Raptors stayed lit all the way to stage set.
We have to go exactly
but hey, if they don't blow up and take the rest of the rocket with them, that'll do.
You know, we need more
get a couple of in-flight shutdowns.
COPVs for flight levels. You know, perhaps fuel.
If the engineers just need to look at some of the data, see how engines are performing on the avionics.
Exactly, those checkouts. You know, being able to have the opportunity to top off the fuel or LOX if it's not fully loaded, and you know, we might want to just take a few more minutes for that. So that T-minus 40-second hold can be really helpful, but
127.
You know, we don't have that option on Falcon, so it's a little bit different here.
And climbing. Okay.
We're just inside T-minus 2 minutes and counting. The good news right now we're hearing it doesn't look like we're going to need to hold at T-minus 40 seconds as the boats are clearing out of the way. Next event coming up, TVC wiggle.
I don't know if we're going to see the TVC wiggle.
On the first stage.
Oh, different camera.
You can see maybe just a little bit.
There it is.
90 seconds. Wiggles are underway as we're checking out the first stage.
Come on, go today, go today.
TVC checks are complete. Next major event we're going to hear, hopefully, is the flight director go for launch at T-minus 30 seconds.
Okay. Wow, that sunrise.
As we're coming up on T-minus 1 minute, when we get to T-minus 40 seconds, we'll just listen in. Last time, as you recall, we did hold at 40 seconds, but took a few seconds for the clock to recover, so we're going to watch that. And as we press to T0, we're going to watch and listen the second test flight of Starship.
Are they going to hold? Or are they going to go straight through? 40 seconds. Holding. Cheering at Hawthorne. They're going! Okay, okay.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Oh.
Back to rapid recycle.
Rapid recycle. They're back to 40. Okay. They said rapid recycle, so they're holding at 40 again. Okay. And And it was a Raptor, I think they said. So maybe engine chill? I don't know. Okay.
Back at Hawthorne, we're at T-minus 40 seconds in holding. We had a rapid recycle. We've not heard anything over the countdown net as the team works both first and second stages. We're going to monitor the nets here for a minute.
The suspense. I can't stand it. Just waiting game
Got
now.
a little bit of an update.
Yeah.
We're continuing to hold at T-minus 40 seconds. This is the normal hold point for Starship, as we talked earlier. Sounds like we're working just late pressurization on, I believe, the second stage.
Okay.
Team is working it. All the other systems are on hold right now at 40 seconds. We can hold here for about 15 minutes or so before we would run out of window for this morning. So right now they're working on filling pressure vessels. And ideally we'll be able to solve this and come back and release the clock at T-minus 40 seconds. We're going to continue to listen and monitor for another few minutes.
Okay. Now we played a waiting game. Whew.
And it's worth mentioning here that don't go away. We are holding at T-minus 40 seconds, but once the teams have resolved and see the data that they want to see, the clock can restart straight away, and it'll start ticking down from T-minus 40 again, all towards liftoff.
Yeah, exactly. Now, while we do have the ability to hold for up to 30 minutes, we only have a 20-minute launch window, so don't go away, don't change the channel, and just like Chip has said, we can restart that clock.
Oh, they've restarted.
There it goes.
Clock is rolling. T-minus 30 seconds.
Okay. Come on. So when they light up all those engines, a few seconds on the ground, make sure they come up to
T-minus
thrust.
15.
And if they have all, they'll go for it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
3, 2,
2,
1. Engines are up. They've got all of the engines. Come on. Lift off with all 33 engines. They haven't even had a successful 33 engine static fire. Look at it go. Clear of the pad, clear of the tower. No explosions coming from the bottom of the rocket this time. The exhaust looks a lot better than last time. Oh, come on. All the engines are firing. Oh, come on.
We are T-plus 40 seconds into the flight. Starship 33 rapid.
Come on.
Powering the first stage.
I don't have the timeline pulled up, so I can't remember when stage step is, but it's about 2.5 minutes. But this is already better than flight 1. This is what SpaceX do. They fix and they fail. They fail and they fix. They fail and they fix. And this is already better than the first test flight, no matter what happens now. Now we just want to see that stage separation. Come on.
Net call out tells us Starship
We are most of the way into stage 1 burn now.
On the way to space. Now the next major event is hot staging in just over 90 seconds from now. To get ready, the booster will shut down all
And
but
I
three of
was
the
too busy
Raptor
screaming
engines.
over it, but we must be through
Blank
max
pulling
Q
the
by
two
now.
stages together will release.
I mean, max Q is a dent on this vehicle. We saw IFT1 flipping around. It can take
Starship will then
stress.
separate from the
But come
super
on.
heavy booster and head to space. And at the same time, the three engines that are still firing on super heavy.
I think
will flip the
we're probably
booster
going
around.
faster now than the first flight. I'm not sure.
Putting the first stage on path for a
But it's all
splashdown in the Gulf
on.
of
Super
Mexico.
Heavy is doing great. It's all on Starship now. Come on, Ship 25. Separate properly and don't blow up. Okay. Oh, that camera is great. Come on. actually shaking.
Engine power continues to look
kilometers.
nominal on 33 Raptor engines. We're about to shut down the first stage and perform staging.
I said I'd be
but you
shocked
must
if the
listen.
first stage performed normally, and it has. I am actually gobsmacked. They didn't even have a all-engine static fire. Okay.
And acquisition of signal Houston
we are
and New Orleans.
seconds away from hot staging. There goes the first stage. Shut down. Second stage is lit. Stage Shep!
Stage separation.
Yes! Oh, come on! Come on, come on, come on! And boost back burn. All Starship engines are lit. Oh, stage one has not... Okay, that's not a successful boost back. You've only got... We're missing 5 engines on the boost back burn there. Unless... I don't know. Oh, yeah. Boost back burn on stage one is not going great at the moment. Complete shutdown. And FTS on... Okay, FTS on super heavy, but Starship continues.
A rapid unscheduled disassembly. However,
Okay.
our ship is still underway with all 6.
Okay, there's no cameras on it, but the telemetry is still gaining. All 6 Raptors are lit.
There at the bottom right-hand side of your screen.
So the boost back burn, something went wrong on the relight and the boost back burn of super heavy, but to be fair, they've never had to light their engines at, like, you know, upper atmosphere. Sea level Raptors have never ever lit at altitude or had to do a relight.
Yeah, that hot staging put a lot of load on the top of the booster, and of course
Hey.
it flipped around there.
Oh, come on, please bring me some onboard views. And Starship is in space. It's worth saying that for the first time, I think. I can't remember. I don't think IFT1 made it to space, but Starship is in space. It is above the Kármán line. 4 minutes 24 into flight.
The next major milestone for the ship will be the shutdown.
I think Starship's going to Hawaii.
Go. Second engine cutoff.
I think it's going to make it.
If you follow our Falcon 9 launches, familiar terminology there. So far, today has been incredibly successful, even with the RUD of the Super Heavy booster. This is amazing.
Primary objective of the
Come on,
booster
come on,
today
come on,
to
come on.
get to hot staging, to get ship on its way to orbit. It did that admirably.
Yeah, we definitely asked.
Starship trajectory nominal.
Starship trajectory nominal.
There, that trajectory for ship is
Acquisition of
nominal.
signal Cape Canaveral.
Once again, Starship
AOS
second stage,
okay.
firing those engines, and as you just heard, everything's looking.
I'm just trying to
good.
get up the
Now, for the ship,
timeline
we,
quickly. I need to
wanted
know.
survive hot
All right,
staging. As you can see there by that little dot on
Starship
your
engine
screen,
cutoff should be
it
8
is.
minutes 33
We
seconds. So
also
we have
want
5
to,
minutes.
basically
5 minutes 25
demonstrate
in.
that successful startup of that of those
So about
engines,
3 more minutes
demonstrating
of
controlled ascent, which is
Starship
what it's
second
doing
stage
right
burn.
now. And eventually orbital insertion. We are hoping to basically send this around the
No
Earth.
way.
And if it makes it this far, splash down in the Pacific Ocean, a couple hundred miles north of Hawaii. Now, if we get that far, like, all of that sounds great. Secondary objectives for ship, again, continuing.
I'm really
to
hoping that we get some
gather
onboard views
engine
once
data
we're in.
and about its health,
Maybe
performance,
after
Pressures.
engine shutdown, they'll be able to get those Starlink
inside of the
views
Starship,
out of it.
again, that's that small dot on your screen. Basically the propellant
Oh, it's going.
pressures in the ship are looking good.
Yeah, the bottom right corner of your screen, you can see essentially a user interface showing us which engines are lit. So the 3 center sea level
Okay.
Raptor engines on ship are gimbaling engines. The 3 outer engines in the triangle, the larger
2 more
ones,
minutes.
are Raptor vacuum
2 more minutes
engines.
of
All of them continuing
second
to
stage
fire,
burn.
fire nominally, so they're at the pressures that we expect to try to get into our target trajectory today.
Yeah.
And we're not targeting orbit today. We're targeting almost orbit today. That's very intentional as part of the mission design. The goal is to get to a thrust profile similar to what we would need for orbit, but also
And
to get to the
acceptable
energy
signal,
levels
Houston.
that the ship would need
This
to
is
dissipate
phenomenal.
for re-entry. And so we're actually going in a
Oh,
suborbital
what is that?
trajectory today. But
That might
that
just
trajectory
be
will get us to the
I
energy
don't know.
levels that we need
Or catching
at
the sun.
re-entry, where we can really
I'm
stretch
I'm
that heat shield and get
on
valuable
tender
data for
hooks right
re-entry.
now.
And those calls that we are still on a nominal trajectory here and seeing nominal pressures means that we have a really good shot of hitting our target orbit.
1 minute left.
Now, if the booster had survived, we would be around the time where it would be getting ready to land, performing its re-entry, but it unfortunately did not survive. That being said, that's okay. It survived several seconds after hot staging, so we're going to take that data and improve the hot staging sequence and probably improve the hardware itself for the next flight.
There's a tiny dot now. 30 seconds left. Oh, shut down already. Maybe a slightly early shutdown. If the booster overperformed, it will shut down early. So that's not... Don't need to be too worried about that. That looked like it was a nominal shutdown. It wasn't anything weird. It's obviously... It's firing to get exactly to the point where it goes basically once around and has a natural re-entry without having to do a de-entry burn. So that early shutdown, I think, was nominal.
They're standing by for a call out here. Coming up on the projected time that ship would shut down its engines.
Telemetry. There's no telemetry. Is slightly worrying.
As you can tell,
Or at least the speed is
excitement from
completely
the
dead
crowd
set.
here at Mission Control Center in Hawthorne. There's a great view of our Star Command Center.
Okay.
That's our control center at Starbase Texas.
I said I wasn't worried. I'm starting to get a little bit worried.
In Hawthorne, everyone is super exciting. What a successful day this has been so far.
Come on. Waiting acquisition of signal. Okay. Moment of truth. Did it survive the engine shutdown? Is it still up there? Even if it's not...
I mean, up to this point, major
Fantastic success so far.
Hot staging, which was the big objective today.
Just gotta wait and see.
So we are going to head into the coast phase. Planned for the next about hour and 5 minutes. We'll be returning around the T+1 hour and 15-minute mark. And that's while we're waiting for Starship to continue on to its next step for re-entry. We're not totally sure what video we're going to get, and that video comes normally by overflying ground stations, but we don't have a ton along
Waiting.
the flight path.
Oh, this is
So fingers crossed that
agonizing.
We'll get some via Starlink on this mission since we're testing that out.
I'm trying to see what's happening on the monitors in control.
And also give us a moment. We are hearing some chatter on the net, so we're
Okay.
going to try to parse that for you.
Come on. Fingers crossed. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey, I said Starship was going to Hawaii today, and it definitely is. I don't know if it's in one piece or not, but it had enough thrust that it's making it no matter what. Oh, we just got to wait and see now. Oh, this is agonizing.
John Esberger back here in Hawthorne at our webcast desk. We have lost the data from the second stage. We had heard a call out that we were internal guidance, which means we were getting near the end of the approximately 6-minute burn of Starship. But we haven't gotten any more data since then, so we think we may have lost the second stage. So we would not be into coast phase. We wouldn't be able to come back in an hour or so and possibly get ready for re-entry. However, what we do know right now is we had an on-time launch at 7 o'clock.
Something around...
We got through the boats. First stage looked beautiful.
Something around second stage cutoff.
We got
Interesting.
you know, the thing that we really wanted to see and impressed We saw the separation. We saw
Something's re-entering in Hawaii today. I hope they have cameras there, because even if it's in a million pieces, you'd still be able to tell.
Everything really looked good. But what we do believe right now is that the automated flight termination system on second stage appears to have triggered very late in the burn as we were headed downrange.
Interesting.
But the real topping on the cake today, that successful liftoff cake, Shiva, the hot staging is just beautiful. Exactly what we were looking for.
Oh, I can't wait for the third flight now.
Honestly,
roll on next year.
Even though we did have a RUD or a rapid unscheduled disassembly of both the Super Heavy booster and the ship, that's great. We got so much data, and that will all help us to improve for our next flight.
Of course, and that's why we flight test, and you can bet that there's going to be more to come. So we really do want to thank you all for joining us.
Oh, I hope they get some replays going. I really hope they got some onboard footage.
Agencies that have supported us for
I really hope they got some onboard video.
To the entire SpaceX team on getting through this flight test today. And I think with that, we're going to sign off from here in Hawthorne.
Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Just means that we get to do this all over again and have another round of... Oh, come on! Getting there, we're getting there. Progress every time. I said it when SN8 had its spectacular flight test. Every time these guys, they fly, fail, fix, fly, fail, fix, and they iterating and progressing. I think the next one's going to do it. Oh, it's so cool. That is so cool. Right. Thank you very much for watching whatever the hell this was. Speechless. Actually speechless. I did not expect first stage flight to go that well. All 33 Raptors stayed lit for the entire first stage flight. Hot staging worked. Starship worked up until like the last 30 seconds of flight. I can't wait to find out what that was. And I think we'll come back for a third flight way sooner from this. If the FTS worked both times, the launch mount, I want to see how the launch mount did. If pad is okay, I think we're going to have a flight again really soon. So cool. So cool. Right. Peace out. Thank you. Bye.